This is Youkoso Genkai Syuraku. Yes.
Yeah. This at the end.
This is the number one. I think the title for this video is going to be Monster Girls Hot Spring Extremely Lewd, Do Not Click, Not Safe for Work.
Yep.
It's fantastic. So this is going to be your number one source for all of your Monster Girls at a hot spring. Definitely read this chapter. It's fantastic. The end.
Yep. So this is chapter 14, I think, and this is the first chapter of the final volume. We have now entered the end game. See, that's a popular Avengers endgame reference.
Dude, I get it. That's topical.
Nice, yeah.
This girl dresses a little provocatively. This girl looks high tier.
She's also like 8. Spoiler, she hasn't been introduced yet, but she will be, I think, next chapter.
They're monster girls, so they're indefinite.
She's a human girl.
We got him.
Gentlemen, we got him.
yeah, that FBI thing.
Yeah. Yeah, but now I'm growing fonder of dog girl, wolf girl.
Yeah.
I like her. And the short shorts are great. I love the short shorts.
Sure. Yeah, so this chapter, I don't know, I think the preamble's pretty boring, but even more boring is that I found out halfway through typesetting this chapter, I realized, why is my font really small?
It looks small
did you notice
here.
That
it looks
reading?
A little...
It is small.
Yeah.
That's because the resolution on this volume is like, the pages are wider, larger than the ones I've been working with.
That's kind of a good thing, but it seems like you need to go back through and...
Yeah, so I have been using for the previous 2 volumes size 18 font, and that was like my good default. But now size 18 is, as you see, kind of tiny. So I think I'm going to move it up to 20. This whole chapter, since I noticed it halfway through, I kind of cut my losses and kept it at 18. In future chapters, I'll have it more normal looking.
I like how short their skirts are.
Yeah, it's very...
that's like a mini skirt territory.
Very traditional.
Yeah, very trad.
Very Japanese. So, blah, blah, blah. They're just talking about school drama garbage.
I'll head over to her place, if you know what I mean.
Oh, nice. So I think this chapter's like... It's kind of weird because it seems like complete filler. I don't think like they even set up any kind of plot threads or anything that pay off. I don't remember this volume at all in terms of content since I read it like months and months and months ago. But I really think that this is filler.
Now, do you really need a plot to say, let's go to a hot springs?
I guess not, and you could probably make a plot joke about, the other kind of plot.
Massive plot.
Yes.
Now, I kind of skimmed through it, but was there anything other than, hey, look, we just walked into a forest and stumbled upon a hot spring?
No, pretty much that was it. Well, they saw a giant, pillar of water kind of explosion type thing, and honestly, I'm not sure where that came from.
This is the panel that made me warm up to the dog girl. This tiny little picture.
Oh, where she's trying to dig a hole.
Yeah, with Minotaur Best Girl.
Yeah.
Minotaur meme.
Sure.
Combining Megumeme with Minotaur.
Oh, okay, that's a stretch.
Megatar.
Yes.
Megatard.
Yeah.
But yes, so these two are absolutely adorable.
Sure, yeah, their dynamic is pretty fun, the rivalry or whatever.
Of like digging because she's a dog, and do Minotaurs dig as well?
I did not make the digging connection because she was a dog.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And the way she's digging with her paws.
I didn't notice that either. See, I don't look at the picture, so this is how you pick up on
so
what I don't
you read the
notice.
words and I look at the pictures.
I just assume they had shovels.
The dynamic duo. Minotaur has a shovel.
Interesting, okay.
So this one's great. They're already in their towels.
Of course,
naked.
Yeah. Well, you assume.
I like this trope where their like eyes gleam as they're
like
evil.
the stars or whatever. Yeah, those are nice.
And of course jumping in. And then here we go again with the little chibi version, low resolution, low poly models of them. Even these are like really good. I like low model poly details.
I do too.
Like these are, she's okay because it's just blank. But like the low poly clothes, I actually think is a fun design.
Similarly, I like it when they have like the character's face in the speech bubble, so you know who's talking, like when they're off screen.
Right, like right here. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice it was on this page. I was gonna say I wish it were on this page. But yeah, I love that device.
Here's something that I have to. She's a bird bringing eggs.
Well, she's a phoenix. Do phoeni lay birds?
Birds lay eggs, yeah.
Do they lay birds?
Actually, with a phoenix, it dies and then turns into an egg and then rebirths from the egg. At least if you go by Harry Potter lore, because phoenixes keep reviving.
Yeah, and Harry Potter lore's canon, because that's where phoenixes were invented.
Mm-hmm. That was Michael J. Phoenix.
Yeah.
Who was the gay lover of J.K. Rowling.
Yeah.
They were all gay.
Well, actually...
Spoilers, you're gay. J.K. Rowling announces that, spoilers, you, the reader, was gay all along.
Well, Phoenixes, speaking of being gay, they're not quite gay, but they're asexual because they don't reproduce with other phoenixes. They just reproduce with themselves.
But what came first, the phoenix or the egg?
I would imagine the egg, just like with the chicken argument, because the chicken had to hatch from an egg.
But I mean, you get what I'm going with.
No, I know. Well,
bringing her own eggs.
Don't think about it. Those are from maybe real birds. She's a Genju, not a bird.
But like, wouldn't it would be weird if humans ate monkeys? Don't you think it's kind of weird?
Humans do eat monkeys. Some of them do.
Well, yeah, the weird ones. This podcast has been demonetized for hate speech.
Yes. Only in Southeast Asia, oddly enough.
Yeah. There's that famous picture of the monkey head stew. Have you seen that one?
No, I don't want to. No.
It's crazy. Yeah, I just thought that was a little fun thing to point out.
Yeah, and it's something I didn't notice either.
I know, because you don't look at the pictures.
Well, no, I understand that. I mean, I knew she had eggs. I just didn't think, oh, well, she's a bird.
Yeah. It's her own eggs. And there's actually a manga called Beastars. It's about anthropomorphic animals. There's a hen in the thing that does the egg salad for the school with their own eggs, and it like brings it in, and it's like there's a plot device. Yeah, excellent. Where the main star Loki or whatever his name is, he talks about how good the egg salad is to the acquaintance of that person, but they don't know who it is. He can tell the quality of the egg salad by the eggs, and so that the chicken was always proud that, right. It was something like that. But
that's kind of cool. And you might think that it's weird and gross, but a lot of eggs are like, most eggs are unfertilized, so it's like, why not eat them?
If you eat meat, then or drink milk. Probably milk is weirder than eggs. I don't know.
Yeah. The only concern I would have is if it's like, how they fed like cow parts to other cows with mad cow disease, all that stuff. I don't know if there's an egg equivalent, but if there's
they don't feed chickens. The reputable places don't anyway.
Right. Well, eggs aren't chickens, so
they don't feed them eggs.
But they could. I'm saying.
Oh well, okay. There are birds that eat other birds' eggs, but
sure,
it's not
that's a good
species,
point.
I don't think.
There are monkeys who eat other monkeys, bro. Have you ever seen a chimp eat a monkey?
Bro, a chimp will rip you in half. A chimp.
What if you're just walking down the street and you saw like a 10-foot chimp just staring at you? What would you do? This page is where they start the lesbian arc, I think.
It's the nape of the neck. That's like...
Yeah, which is like, is that a Japanese trope?
Oh, yeah, well, that's a huge Japanese fetish.
Okay, because they specifically mention it in this. Yeah. And I thought that was kind of weird.
Oh, boy. Lesbians, they're lesing out.
Yeah, which is like...
drunk.
I know we've talked about lesbianism in this manga a few times here and there.
Or as the as enlightened Japanese people would say, yuri-ism.
Yes, they might, and... I kind of always downplayed it, and I said, well, it's like,
it's just girls being girls.
Yeah.
What's better than this? Guys being dudes.
I'm not sure about that. I think I prefer girls being girls in this case.
You're missing the meme.
Yeah, I'm sure. But this one, it is kind of like, you can't really take this in any other way, I feel like.
All the media that I've consumed tells me that girls are like this normally. They're always hands-on and like measuring each other's cup sizes. But I mean, really, my only exposure to girls is through anime. So it could be, my sense could be perverted in that way.
Well, I also think that girls aren't real. They're only in anime.
Well, they're certainly not real on the internet. So.
Right. And anime is on the internet. So I think that almost makes sense.
Yeah, that's circular logic.
Yeah, so this is interesting where she punches herself. The two school friends who aren't natives to this town, they don't know that she's like two split personalities in one body. And it's never explained to them, at least not on screen. So to them, she's just punching herself and yelling at herself. And that's kind of weird.
Well, we all kind of do that sometimes.
Yeah, I guess so.
I like for emphasis, the pervert.
Okay, I was about to ask you about that, if that came through. Because in Japanese, it's, like hentai, but she's like hentai.
When you do that, do it vertical. Pervert.
Okay, interesting. Yeah.
Because that'll be like two separate, and they do that in English as well.
Sure, I know.
But it's normally like two different.
I've seen this type of thing translated a lot, where it's like a period in between each letter, and that's completely missing the
annotation of it, or the cadence
connotation,
of it.
Or all of that stuff.
All of those words.
Yes, every word. It's missing all of the words. And so I thought pervert, I was a little worried because it's only 2 syllables, but I feel like the point got across. I mean, you seem to have gotten it.
Once again, the low poly models are top tier.
Yeah.
They're playing around. Good little friends, good little Fox Minotaur friends.
Something like that, yeah. this line really gave me a lot of trouble. You see in the top right panel where she's saying like, oh, I had to practice for my events or whatever it is. I don't remember how he translated it.
Well, I had to practice for our events and stuff.
Yeah, but like, what events? Like, I assume that means the dance, but that was like a one-night training thing as I understand it. Like, when they did the idol thing, like a chapter or two ago.
Wasn't it a montage of extra time, maybe?
No, because I feel like they explicitly mentioned that it was like, they only trained for like one day and one night. But maybe I'm just wrong. I don't know.
Maybe it's just like reading too much into it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I did. That's why I said and stuff. I gave myself plausible deniability.
You could have said, well, I had to practice for all the stuff we did, or something like that.
Yeah,
you know, it gets looser translation, but more just... I have to work to increase our population even faster. I have some thoughts on how that could be done.
Okay, I knew that wording would elicit that kind of response, and I didn't care enough to
no, that's good.
to figure out
a
good wording for it. One devoid of innuendo.
It's important, especially in this chapter, that the innuendo stays.
Of course, yeah.
Here they are again, laying out.
Yep, your favorite.
This one's good too.
See, those panels have zero text in them, not even sound effects. So I did not even know that they existed.
These? Oh, yeah, because you just don't notice it.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, thank God, a panel that I don't have to look
whereas
at.
me, I only look at the panels that don't have text in them.
Yeah, and then this is weird. It just dried up the whole hot springs.
Well, because it was a magical hot springs that just appered for fan service.
Yeah, it's just a filler chapter. But the whole tone of this seems out of place. The whole chapter.
No, okay, so it's kind of like in a game loop cycle. After you beat a dungeon, you go back to town, you sell all your items, and you like see what new stuff you can do, and it's like that's kind of what this is. They just had a huge arc, and they just had a big contest, and now they're coming back to relax. So what do? You've already leveled up, so now you kind of enjoy your new profound skills, and you relax and recover. And how better to do that than like an exciting chapter? It's a strong way to start a new volume. If you just picked up this volume in the store and you're like, well, let me skim through this, let's see what the first thing is. You're like, wow, okay, I could get into this.
I'm going to read more of this. And then this one, this is the first profile page that's actually readable because it's not on the, like the double wide pages at like baby tier resolution. Mm-hmm. I mean, we don't have to look through the whole thing, but...
Doing it for the video.
I see, right.
Twin calyx.
Yeah.
Short bangs. Bird-brained. I get it. Because she's a bird.
That's not my pun. I mean, that's like, it translates very well.
I like when they specify with like, where do the feathers start?
Yeah, I think that's really cool. I like the details in these pages.
It fits exactly with the idol girl outfits. Have you seen those where they have outfits all the time that start right there?
Like short sleeves.
Yeah.
Like, where they start there?
Yeah,
and
like the sleeves go down. Yeah, so it's exactly like that. So the Japanese monster girl in this case is basically just wearing like idol stuff, like it's 14-ish looks wise.
Yeah, so she's probably like a million.
Yeah, singing poorly, dislikes.
You know what was actually there? Anki, not the app, but the word that the app is named after.
What is that? Memorize? Yeah,
basically, yeah, like memorizing.
Likes atheism. Blades, death. Dislikes religion, family.
Veronica.
Yeah. Ecstasy, aka darks.
Yeah, I think Toka is a pretty mid to bottom tier character, but she's okay. And then finally, the best page of all, the end page, my favorite. This one, I was really upset because I already used they're putting freaking chemicals in the water to turn the freaking frogs gay.
We just used it like last episode too.
Yeah, it was 2 ago actually, which made this one even more awkward because it's like a sequel to 2 chapters ago.
I think it's fine.
Yeah,
it's absolutely acceptable.
There's even a plot continuity. I referenced the older one, so I think it works out.
It's like, no, I don't want to go.
Because she knows what's going to happen.
She's doing well in this panel. Like, got the back arch. Got the finger here.
Yeah, it's very, very lesbian.
Akane Jones.
Akane.
I'm getting it right.
Yep.
I can almost pronounce Youkoso.
It's actually Jones. I'm just kidding. I forgot what her actual last name is.
Jones. It's Jones now, canonically, in English. They're gonna make an English anime out of this, and they'll reference the fan subs as
just like Quark from Hero Academy.
Good episode.
Yep, that's the chapter. Next week, definitely gonna start with the new actual content.
We have some erudite comments. One from Agent Kuga who says, "Ooh, I wish they continued the breast conversation." Yes, I tend to agree.
Yeah, we didn't comment on that, but at one point she's like, I have a very, I'm interested in your breast, or, I've always been interested, or, whatever. I don't remember the exact words.
Mariano Link says, "Nice." Yes, nice.
Nice.
Zetel, "It feels like every subject got a lot harder right when we became second years. I mean, yeah, that's the point of advancing grades." Yes, that's fair enough.
True. I mean, I think the implication was like more of a jump than other years, perhaps. I'm not going to take the fault for that as a bad translation. I think that's it's just like an interpretation kind of.
Oh, well, no, I mean, he's not critiquing the translation.
No, I know,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying, better not be.
Them
Catch these
words.
hands.
All right, well, if you like this chapter, be sure to go read it on MangaDex. The links are in the bio. You can click all the links in the thing to watch all the rest of the podcast. New episode coming out soon. Every day podcast.
Yeah, every month. Yeah, we're late on the next one, but whatever. We've got an idea, I think, at least for the next.
Yeah, we got a good one, so
topic.
stay tuned.